Hi guys, so this is my analysis on TRX TRON. What am I expecting? If you watched my previous analysis, we're currently around this area right here, and I said my overall target is right around this area right here, and that was because there was an imbalance that hasn't been filled here, and I think we might actually come down there to fill, but you can see it actually surpassed that, and it's my negative 61.8% fib level. So my let me just do a quick recap on what I thought will happen. I said there's a possibility because I drew this trend line right at this currently right here, and I said we might just continue to push up from that trend line, then hit my target. And another possibility is we might actually break out of that trend line, retest that trend line, come down to this trend line right here to give us the third touch around this way before we now continue to push the upside, because I was really certain we were going to push to the upside. But like I said, it doesn't have to be one way. There are different ways it can still actually get to our target. We just have to be open-minded and react to the market itself. So as we can see, we got to my target right at this level right here, which is 0.07682. that was my target. And we also got to my negative 61.8, which also touched this trend line that was broken. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see from this trend line right here, this beautiful candle broke that trend line to get to this point right here, and it hasn't retested the trend line yet. So it actually came to my negative 68.8% level fib, which also touched that trend line. So since we are done with this previous analysis, let me delete it and see what my bias is now on TRX. So now that we're currently around this level right here, what am I expecting? I can push this currently up. I can adjust this one as well. Yeah, so what am I expecting right now, right? There are a lot of scenarios that might happen on this level right here. I still see it because we currently around my negative 61.8. I see it coming down a little bit more, so there's a possibility we might drop a little bit more to that trend line before we now decide on what to do. If I use my fib point here to be right here, point here to point B right at that level, there's a possibility we might push down a little bit more to my negative 61.8 to touch this trend line, then continue to push up. That's a possibility I am seeing right there. So it might come here and then continue to push to the upside, because currently we are still breaking structure. So there's a possibility we might still push up to break the structure. And there's also a possibility that we might break this trend line, retest, and if we do so, my next target will be around this level right here. That will be my target. So that's what I am thinking. We just have to, right now it's in a confusing state, right? We just have to wait and see how it reacts. If we are going for a buy, I'll prefer it to at least come to this trend line right here, because it has been bouncing off previously on this trend line right here. Then if I see weak rejection around that trend line, then I see a bullish candle that indicates that it's gonna go up, then you're gonna go up and at least ride it to the previous high to now see what will happen, right? If not, if we break this trend line right here with an engulfing candle, a beautiful candle, and a bearish close of this trend line, then probably see a retest to give us like a lower high. Then there's a possibility we might continue to push to my next trend line right here. So we just have to be a little bit patient and wait and have more data on what we think will happen next on TRX. It's a little bit on a hedge now, and we don't have a lot of data to prove what next is going to happen right now based on my strategy. So I'm just going to be a little bit more patient for me to gather more data to see what will happen next. So hope this is insightful, guys. Don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, and like, and I'll see you in my next analysis. Thank you for watching.